I have learned about discipline for the past 4 years and I have achieved perfect discipline. I've also helped a bunch of people improve their discipline in the past 3 months. Here are the 24 tips that can genuinely change your life. Number 1 is to learn what self-transcendence is. Welcome to the Self-Transcendence series. Self-transcendence means to overcome your old self and pursue your goals and fulfill your potential every day. It's a method I developed while exploring the lives and mentality of great men and has allowed me to achieve perfect discipline. This video serves to inspire you and educate you while showing you what self-transcendence looks like. If you want to become a disciplined man starting now, join our free group in which you'll find the Self-Transcendence Challenge, which will teach you how to do this step by step. Okay, let's quick fire this shit. The second tip is to have a schedule. If you don't have a schedule, you have no organization and no idea what to do with your day, this leads to procrastination. The third tip is to basically hold yourself accountable. Instead of just doing bad habits and letting it go, hold yourself accountable every week. Know exactly how much time you've wasted and the bad habits you have already done. This basically allows you to see how bad you're doing and fix your mistakes. The fourth tip is to understand that progress means struggle and that a bad day of trying is not a bad day. So don't think that if you try to be disciplined that day but you're not perfect, the day is bad. It's not a bad day. This is how you actually make progress. So if you keep trying and trying, you're actually developing discipline. Progress when it comes to discipline means that you're actually struggling. If you're struggling every day with your days and your days feel difficult, but you're trying hard, you're developing discipline. The fifth tip is to be extremely patient. Discipline takes time. Don't think that you're gonna sit there and be disciplined like me immediately and be capable of putting in 12, 13 hours a day of work, or just have perfect consistency and never procrastinate and never do bad habits. Discipline takes time, so be extremely patient in developing it. Slowly but surely you develop it. So the sixth is to give up desires for pleasures. So instead of all the time seeking desires for random pleasures, give it up. Accept that happiness in life is not found through pleasure, but rather it's found through fulfillment. So give up all the pleasures and just do the tasks that are right, and you experience something called eudaimonic happiness, which is fulfillment. The seventh tip is to listen to music. Music is genuinely so powerful to help you with discipline. Yes, it's a little bit distracting, but at the end of the day, if you have a really tough work session, if you don't want to do it, having music there really changes everything. So definitely listen to music, not all the time, but just when you need to. The eighth tip is to start small, but start. Okay, so whatever you have to do right now, don't be a perfectionist. Don't tell yourself I'm gonna start later or anything like this. Start small, but start. Okay, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't tell yourself that you're gonna rule the world, because you're not. Just do something. Do something right now. The first step is to start. That's always the first step. Don't overwhelm yourself with trying to succeed in everything. The ninth tip is to start, then learn. So again, don't be a perfectionist. First start, then you're gonna learn. It's actually impossible to learn anything before you start. It's literally impossible, I'm telling you, because everything you learn before you start is not accurate. It just gets thrown out of the window. The only way to learn is through experience. So start, and then you'll start learning naturally. The 10th tip is to empower yourself through your reason why. So the stronger and the more powerful your reason for developing discipline, being disciplined is, the more powerful your actual discipline is going to be throughout the day. So you need powerful reasons, and this is people you love, a big fucking goal with your life, a purpose to your life, things like that, even God. These are powerful reasons to be disciplined and continue. The 11th tip is to visualize success. Do this daily, every single day. Have a vision of your future and genuinely visualize succeeding. And when you do this every day, it's like stacking rocks on a scale. Eventually, the rocks overpower the scale and you start actually getting the success. It's really weird, but what you visualize comes to fruition. It becomes reality. So definitely every day visualize to just make yourself feel like a successful person. And then the 12th tip is to value the pain. So a lot of pain, obviously, when you're being disciplined, when you're doing this every day. You see right now, list of excuses, things, reasons I didn't want to do this workout. And it was very painful to do this workout. Like I didn't want to do it at all. My trap hurt and I just mentally did not feel like it, but I value the pain. I genuinely appreciate having this pain in my life because this pain builds my character. So this is the 12th tip. Value the pain. Don't run from the pain. Value the pain. It's a sign of progress. The 13th tip is to have an intermittent work pattern. So instead of stacking all your work at once, this will fatigue you very quickly. And here my trap really hurts. But yeah, having all your work at once fatigues you. But if you split up your work into 1 to 2 to 3 hour work sessions, this makes it much easier and much more doable. So when you're studying or working or doing whatever, have an intermittent pattern throughout your day. Frequent rests, work deep, then rest, then work deep, then rest, and that's your schedule. The 14th tip is to track everything. So what doesn't get measured does not get improved. If you want to improve your discipline, track your discipline. Track how much productivity you do. This is the value of habit trackers. This is why you can join my community, get my habit tracker for free, and you literally start tracking and making progress on your discipline. The 15th tip is to make changes for each mistake. So every time you commit a mistake with your discipline, whether it's procrastinating, whether it's doing a bad habit, whether it's just not being as productive as you desire to be, you need to make a change. If you don't make a change, you just end up repeating the same shit over and over again. Every time you make a mistake, make an improvement as well, make a change. And telling yourself that you're gonna change is not the change, okay? The change is making an actual change to your emotional mentality or just your environment. Now, the 16th tip is to rest well. The better you rest, the better you can be disciplined the next day. This is the reality. Good rest is spending time with social occasions, just people that you love. This is the best rest possible, but also you can do adventures, hobbies, and just anything that makes you feel rested. Don't scroll or play video games or watch porn. This is a terrible way to rest because it stimulates your nervous system and it makes you unfocused during work. So don't do that, but rest well. The better you rest, the better your work is going to be. So sleep well as well. 17 is hate yourself when you fail. If you a lot of productivity gurus tell you to not hate yourself, but I recommend hating yourself when you fail because this leads to actual results. When you hate yourself for failing more than you find the work difficult, you actually start being disciplined and succeeding. The 18th is to research eudaimonia. So go to Google right now and type in eudaimonia. I will not explain it. 19 is to have a social life and love. Not having a social life and not loving anybody and not having romantic love in your life genuinely undercuts your discipline and makes you way less productive. So if you have social life and you have people you love in your life, it's much different and you have much more motivation. The 20th tip is to be positive even with self-doubt. So what will happen when you're disciplined? You get these constant pangs of self-doubt and constant pangs to just give up. Be positive even in those moments. You have to tell yourself positive thoughts until you convince yourself to keep doing the work. 21 is to separate from emotions when they happen. So even when emotions try to cut you down, so you have emotions to procrastinate or you have emotions to just not do the work, you have some type of negative emotions, well, separate from them. And the way you do this is you go from a third eye perspective and you tell yourself it's not a big deal, you just have to get the work done. So definitely separate from emotions, learn how to do that. 22nd is to block access to all distractions. So every distraction could serve as a derailment, it could destroy your discipline. So in terms of like having people that distract you all the time, you need to set boundaries. In terms of your phone distracting you, you need to click do not disturb. Just make sure nothing distracts you and just focus on your work and productivity. Next is to train MMA. So 23rd tip is to train MMA for a few months. Yes, training mixed martial arts or any fighting sport, to be honest, genuinely improves your discipline and makes you a much stronger man. Why? Because it changes everything. It makes you it provides so much difficulty and so much practice. Training MMA changed my discipline, changed my life, made me a much stronger man. The 24th tip is to join the group in the challenge. If you join our group, If you join our challenge, the Self-Transcendence Challenge, you genuinely have better discipline. That's guaranteed, because I've given you all the advice, all the tips. In fact, this is what I'm recording right now. I'm recording the course, so I've uploaded new videos. So definitely do that. And the final tips is to nobody cares about excuses. The work is done or it's not done. This is a bonus tip. Nobody cares about your excuse. You've either done the work or you haven't done the work. Get to work. All right. So it's the end of the day. Mwah. Now it's time to read out a few comments before Did I self-transcend? Find out after the break. No. I'm gonna read some comments. OG Ghost says, I just watched 2 minutes and 14 seconds of your video. Great retention span. It's complete bullshit. I'm telling you that I'm going to be a millionaire in a year, and there is nothing delusional about it. I'm going to prove it to you. Watch me. Alright, bro. I bet you $1 million that you're gonna be a millionaire in the next year. So, you know, it's a win-win. I'm gonna double your net worth. So if you're a millionaire next year and I bet you $1 million, you're gonna have 2 million by next year. Okay, so let's see you become a millionaire in 1 year. Maybe he's clickbaiting me. Maybe he has $999,000 and he just needs like $1. So in this case, okay, but we'll see. Scroll. Yeah, I love this content too much nowadays. No one talks about the amount of work, sacrifice, and the pain you deal with accomplishing your goals/dreams, and they'll tell you a little harmless thing about you can achieve anything you want, or go pursue your passion, follow your heart, and you get there. It's selling you a bag of shit that doesn't tell the whole cut truth about it. Keep up the good work, man. Thanks, Scroll. It was a good comment. You're right that they just lie to you these days, that you should pursue your passion. That's true, but it also sucks. It also sucks. So you have to know the truth. And David Kaida left a bunch of comments, but one of them says, you make work sound fun. It's not fun at the start, it sucks ass, but eventually it does get fun once you develop the skills. So for me now it's fun, but before it sucked ass. Every day was a torture. Did I self-transcend today? Wait, let me record the screen. Okay, so did I self-transcend? So did I sleep and wake up? Of course. Did I do my deep work? Of course. You saw that. The exercise, of course. Oh my goodness, the exercise. I did not feel like doing the exercise. This I did. This I'm doing right now. This I'm not gonna do yet. 5 out of 5. 0 bad habits. Listen, I swear it used to be more interesting before. Now it looks boring because every day is perfect. But before I kind of failed more, and I expected to fail more recording this, but I don't fail, so that's good news. Anyway, thanks for watching. Join the Self-Transcendence Challenge if you want to build discipline. That's the whole purpose of the challenge. It's literally a full free course. And if you're an action taker, if you genuinely want to achieve this, then join the challenge. Namaste. Guten Tag. Bye.